What up, America? It is the real episode 43. Last time you seen us, it was episode 42. CJ Squared is back, and we are ready for the NCAA tournament. We're ready for the NBA playoffs. We're ready for all this stuff going on in the NFL.
We just
ready. We stay ready. Oh, and not to mention, CJ Squared is always stacking, baby. We're always stacking. We are stacking. Trust me, we stack a lot. But anyway, so a lot of stuff's going on in the world of sports and in the world in general, right? We got the war in Ukraine in the background, so much stuff going on. Everybody getting mad because the gas prices going up, getting jacked up. But we are here to calm your nerves and ease your pain. That's what we do, right? So, what you say, Joey? Calm down.
We're here.
We're here for you.
And it looks like CJ Squared has finally hit that magic number of 100 subscribers. People, if you are a CJ Squared fan, spread the love. Spread it. Tell everybody. You're missing the best show on earth.
Bottom line.
Right? Bottom line. You know, we're still in our infancy and we're still coming up. Pretty soon, what you gonna do when we have our own studio, have our own everything? What you gonna do then?
Yeah, really.
Man, I want to be on CJ Squared. Nope, too late now. Too late. By that time, we'll be like this. Just
stacking.
Just real stacking. Hey, don't forget to follow. Oh, here we go. See? Look at Paladin. Can't follow directions. He's trying to join right now. Text him and say, no. Paladin, you can't join right now, bro. The email clearly said, wait for Joey to text you.
Wait for the signal.
Wait for the bad signal, man. Wait for the bad signal, man.
I was doing since baseball back. Yeah. I'm doing the baseball signals.
Gotta wait for that Tar Heel signal. Ugly Tar Heel.
Put the old ram in the air.
Yeah.
Dang, man. I even went to see the Batman over the weekend. Pretty good. Classic Batman. You know, the Batman we've seen recently has not been a Batman who is the world's greatest detective, right? Because in the comics, Batman was known as the world's greatest detective. This last Batman, it really kind of went to that theme. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
How is his voice?
I'm the Batman.
He's killing.
It was okay. You didn't really get that. You didn't really get that same voice you got when Ben Affleck was playing that role.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you feel like he did a good job though?
Oh yeah, he did a decent job. Or the Christian Bale Batman, you know, he really embellished that. I'm the Batman.
He did.
Yeah, like he had rocks in his mouth or something, you know.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good, you know. But you know,
even Bane was like,
CJ's. I know, right? That Bane, that last.
Why
like that Bane.
So weird?
Yeah, that's that Bane. But you know, the Penguin had the Penguin in it and the Riddler, crazy. So it was pretty good. So you get a chance to check that out. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, go back and watch the CJ Squared Elite Eight, the first Elite Eight of this year, and we talked about the MCU. That was a good show. Yes, even my man Chris said that was a good show. You know, and Chris, you know,
you gotta keep the standard high.
Keep the standards high, baby. Keep it high. But anyway, you know, we're getting late and we want to, you know, get to all these topics tonight that we got going on. Talking about the NBA. We're talking about college basketball, talking about football. We're having a top 75 player draft this evening. We got some of Joey's boys coming on here. Some of them can't follow directions. So hopefully when they do come on here, you know, they will know what's going on, right? I sent them the email with the GIF. If they don't understand what the GIF meant, then they got to learn why they're in here, right? like Peter Brown would always say, learn to burn, baby, learn to burn.
That's great, Peter Brown.
Learn to burn. You know what I'm
Peter
saying? Yeah, man. So, like I said, big things going on. Today, Khalil Mack was traded to the Chargers. Me and Joey were having a conversation about that, how the Chargers, man, they going for it. They got to go for it. They're in the league now. They got Mahomes is always there. They have Wilson coming in, and now they got two really good pass rushers that could affect the game. But we're not talking about Khalil Mack. We're talking about three quarterbacks that one stayed at home and two were traded. So our first thing is grading these quarterback moves. And we got Rodgers staying at Green Bay. Me and Joey said, well, I know I said if it was always about the money, that's what, because if it wasn't about the money, that contract wouldn't have made any difference, right? Then we got Wilson going to Denver. He waived his no trade clause and he did all these things going to Denver. He has a lot of young wide receivers. He's given up DK Metcalf, a stud, and his other boy, Chris Boy. What's the kid? What's the guy's name? Chris
Lockett.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett.
The
old roller coaster.
And Denver turned around and traded one of those really good young tight ends to Seattle. And I wonder who Seattle quarterback going to be. So who knows, right? And then we got
Drew Lock.
Then we got our last.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we got our last trade that recently happened. The Commandos brought in Carson Wentz, right? Carson Wentz is back in the NFC East. Yay! Yippee! He's back. All right, so I'm gonna start with my man Chris. Chris, we'll do one at a time. Rodgers staying at Green Bay. What's your grade for that?
I'll probably go B, only because they've been one of the best teams. You keep the team intact. The only reason I wouldn't give it an A is because the contract now is gonna probably hinder them to maybe go out and get another wide receiver that they maybe, or a playmaker that he keeps saying that he needs. I mean, he seems happy with who he's got in there. It's not like they haven't been one of the best teams. The thing is, though, is if you look at the two best quarterbacks that he's kind of comparing to in Manning and Brady, both of them won Super Bowls late in their careers, right? And he didn't go that route of going to a new team and winning a Super Bowl with them. But those two guys really weren't necessarily, they were about winning. And I think Rodgers definitely, like you said, was about the contract. I can't really hate on a guy for wanting to get paid. No. I think the other Manning, I think, and Brady are probably a little bit more marketable, especially now with all the stuff that happened with Rodgers last year.
Oh, yeah, so, no doubt.
But from a football standpoint, they were already good last year, and they're pretty much who they are again. I just think that, he should be, two straight MVPs, right? I mean, he should be paid like that. So if someone's going to get paid that much money, it should be him. But in the end of the day, we count championships as, Tom Brady is the rings. That's right. Tom Brady is the best ever because of what? The ring. So, he's still got to win. So in the end of the day, I would still say it's a B because, they're good, but can he do it in the playoffs is always going to be the question.
Yeah. Can he get over the hump? Joey, what do you do it? What grade you give it, Joey? I can't even talk.
JP, millions, Paladin, buttons. Paladin's boy that's sitting next to him right now. This B+. You, of course, get arguably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. However, as Chris said, he's just backed up a Brinks truck and he's filling it in. And knowing that they need to pay Devontae long term, unless I already know that they're going to franchise him, and they'll likely franchise him next year. So Devontae is going to be a very rich individual. But
do you think they franchise him? He may sit out. What do you think? Remember when Dallas tried to franchise Dez? He tried to sit out.
He's not going to sit out with Aaron Rodgers there.
Yeah, because I think he knows.
He's definitely not.
Knows where his bread is buttered.
He definitely does. Definitely does. However, all of that money to two guys. Well, I don't know what the rules are as far as a franchise tag go. How much that goes against the cap is if it's the full amount, whatever. But they're paying two guys. They're going to pay two guys a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's like you said. I mean, as great as Aaron Rodgers is, you see, he only threw to one guy in the playoffs. The game that they lost to San Francisco, they only threw to Devontae Adams.
Well, remember he did throw to Mercedes Lewis, and he never did. He never did.
Like, I'm not going to him anymore. So who is he going to throw it to? Who else is he going to?
His boy Cobb.
And Cobb, I don't know. Did Randall Cobb did he even play? Was he hurt?
I don't know. I don't know.
Washed up.
You better tell old Jordy Nelson that.
Really get his jersey back on. My goodness.
Even when Nelson was there, he pretty much threw the ball to Nelson every time too.
Yeah,
but there was he had a nice trio. They had a very nice trio.
but he could enjoy Nelson.
Donald Driver's not walking through.
Nope.
My goodness. Can you catch MJ? Probably.
Sterling.
I don't know.
Sterling Sharp is not walking through.
Yeah, really. So I mean, we now see that they wasted a first round pick on a quarterback, where that could have been a receiver, which is what he was saying. You should have given me in the first place.
He could have got some good receivers too. He could have got a good one.
So I don't know what pick Green Bay has. They better be spending it on weapons to give him. They should be right back in it, double-digit wins, but solid B+. Solid B+. You have the best quarterback in the NFL.
No, in that game, Rodgers threw 9. He threw 10 times to Aaron Jones. He threw 11 times to Devontae Adams. The only other person that had more than 2 targets was some dude I never heard of before, Dominic Daphne.
I think that might have been. Was that the tight end?
I don't know.
Who?
Okay, look. I mean, the grade, my grade, I would say I'm with y'all, right? I'm right there in that B+ B range, because basically you signing a guy. He has been the MVP the last 2 years, but what has that gotten you?
Nothing.
As a team, it got him some accolades, but as a team, where has it gotten you?
Nothing.
Right? The Packers have been the number 1 seed in the NFC going into the playoffs the last 3 years, and they've gotten what?
2 playoff games.
And what they got?
Nothing.
It's nothing. Right. So, I mean, Rodgers is I don't know. I think he was the MVP myself, but I mean, he's a good quarterback, great quarterback.
Thank you, JB.
But being a great quarterback should get you over the hump, and for him, it just hasn't happened.
It should.
The last couple of years. So we'll see, right? All right. So another move. So we all had, I'll say a B. Okay. Now next one. We have Russell Wilson, right? Him and Sierra are going to the Mile High City.
Yeah, they are.
And what do you have on that one, Joey? You got Wilson going to Denver, getting Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, what's the other guy's name? The other big receiver they got.
Tim Patrick.
They got
Tim Patrick. And they got some young speed guys, and they still managed to keep that other tight end that was pretty good too, with the big long last name with an O. Okay. I can't pronounce it, but they did manage to keep him. He was a decent tight end. So, what do you think about that move, Joey?
A+, Chris and JB. A+. For as awful as John Elway has been on getting a quarterback since Peyton Manning called it quits, since their last Super Bowl, he has built a pretty decent team, a team that seems to be loaded on offense. Am I wrong by saying Russell Wilson, did he have a no trade clause in his contract? So he pretty much
waived it. He waived it.
Yeah, he waived it.
So
he did waive it.
That he did his homework. Him and his agent broke down all of the rosters.
His wife
of teams and Sierra and Sierra. They were in the Wilson war room, and they broke down every single roster of who they could go to, and they clearly saw that this is the best roster because I have talent on me, surround me on offense. I can push the ball down the field. I can hand the ball to two guys who are both 1,000-yard backs. I think one of them is, as Paladin has been hyping Williams up, he could be an every down back and possibly be a back that's going to go for over a combined of 2,000 yards. I think he's got
stop that.
Combined. Meaning receiving.
Well, now with 17 games, if Gordon wasn't there, I think he might be a 13.
I'm about to hit you with the what you call.
How is that? How's that, JB?
Keep it moving.
How is that? So
that's another. Then we'll look at his over under as the season.
Yeah, we'll look at it later on. But I'm telling you, that's not going to happen.
I don't think it is right now, but I think he has.
No, if he was an every down back, he has, but he's not going to be. Why would they do that? They got two guys that can definitely do it.
But Russell Wilson, he's coming to Denver because he wants to go to a team where they want to pass first. He knows staying in Seattle, if the coach that's there now is still there, what he wants to do? He wants to run, and then off play action. Russell wants to let it go. They want to let rest cook. He want to cook, man. He want to cook.
Russell Wilson should know that the last time he won a Super Bowl, it was because they had a dominant running game. He needs to listen to what the coaches say. Run the ball down the throat of the defense and play great defense, which they are on the cusp of being a great defense. This team is loaded. This team may be the best team in the AFC West. They could be. They are set up like that.
Right now, them winning the Super Bowls are plus 1,400. Put your $5 on it. It may hit.
It definitely could hit. But the offense is they're going to have an extreme upgrade. They have weapons everywhere. All over. They have weapons everywhere. And I think we'll all agree that they have the best defense in the AFC West on paper. Maybe with what the Chargers just did, that's going to make them look crazy. But Denver's defense played lights out. They were in most categories.
They played good. They played good.
Dominant defense, a team that can run, push the ball down the field through the air. They are dangerous. Right?
Maybe we'll get to finally see the potential that Jerry Jeudy has. I mean, that'd be a good thing, right? That'd be a good thing. I saw that Jerry Jeudy tweeted out when he found that Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming. He wasn't coming to Denver. He's like, oh man, but then he saw he got Russell Wilson. He's like, oh, let's go. He's like, let's go. I hope, because Jerry Jeudy has so much potential, and it's just a waste what we saw him the last 2 years, right? And Cortland Sutton too. I mean, Russell Wilson is going to get two really good receivers, and three really. He got a three-headed monster, and plus the speed guys. So, Chris, what what grade do you give this trade and this move in general?
Join me.
Yeah, I'm giving it an A because I think that with him, Denver, I don't necessarily know if Denver was a quarterback away, but they're now a lot closer to being a team that is right on the cusp. The only negative would be that with the Chiefs, the Chargers, and even the Raiders all look better, that it's just you're just getting into such a tough schedule. There, I mean, would he have been better to get traded to Tennessee when we've talked about how good Tennessee would be, a team like that? But you can't knock a trade where you're instantly getting 2 years ago, remember that people were talking about he could have been an MVP. He fell off at the end. Of the year.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
You cannot knock a trade where you go from Bridgewater, who is a kind of dink and dunk game manager type, to a guy who is a
big boo.
I mean, yeah, he wants to stretch the field, and he's at his peak. He is an MVP level guy. So the only knock would be just that division is tough, and you're going to have to earn it there. But I mean, if you have a good defense, you have weapons. I can't really knock the move at all. I just think that I wouldn't have looked at that roster and said they're a quarterback away from winning. But obviously, people are seeing stuff with the Rodgers, now Wilson. Like, people were obviously seeing that they were on the cusp. It's just the way San Diego is, keeps looking like they're getting better. You see Kansas City right there; they should have been in the Super Bowl. So, So yeah, still a good move. I think Seattle. The writing was on the wall with Seattle. That thing had been coming. That he was just ready to move on. I think that and Seattle is probably knew that division is tough also, and there was no way he was going to go to like a San Francisco and trade them in their own division, no. So, the only other team maybe would have been a Pittsburgh, but I don't necessarily know. That's kind of both teams are probably laterally, right there, which I don't know whose weapons are better.
Yeah.
They're both good, but so yeah, I'll give it an A. It's a good move for them.
All right, I have to agree with both of you. I mean, Russell Wilson he's a great QB. I do think sometimes he gets caught up in trying to push the ball on the field too much and starts playing that playground stuff. And in the past, that has got him in trouble a little bit. He's made great plays, but it's got him in trouble too when he played against those good like the Rams. The Rams eat him up. Like
99.
They love all that running around. They eat him up, right?
99.
And I mean, he's going to the AFC. The AFC is stacked. It's stacked. Man, you come out the AFC, man, you're gonna be. I mean, in the NFC, you're like Dallas, Green Bay.
Who?
And Dallas, Green Bay. Who else? Who else you think? And the Rams, right? And that's it. To be honest, who else in the NFC right now you're thinking, they got a chance to do something? But the AFC, gauntlet. It's like playing that game on they have on TNT in the weekends when they got to run across the little
yeah, the wipeout.
Yeah, it's like playing wipeout, man.
Boom.
Yep. It's so many pitfalls, man. But anyway. I give it an A. All right. So yeah, we all on board for Russell Wilson going to Denver. It's going to be a very interesting year. I think right now, if you're looking at next year, man, somebody on Denver is going to be a wide receiver one in fantasy. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Sutton, or is it going to be Jerry Jeudy, or is it going to be somebody else? All right. Now, our last QB to talk about. Hopefully this won't take too long. We have the Commandos getting Carson Wentz in a trade. Chris, give me your grade.
Yeah, I'm going D. For me, I'm a guy who would rather, if I need to rebuild, just rebuild. They already have a stopgap type of quarterback. It didn't really make a difference. Carson Wentz is not going to really, to me, he isn't the future for anyone's. He's shown that. He's just kind of now That's the guy. I mean, how much different is he than Fitzpatrick, really? You know what I mean? At this point in his career, you're not going to build around him. So to me, would you rather give up a second-round pick or draft somebody in the second round like a Sam Howell or somebody of that, that level, and then have him at least try, you know what I mean? As opposed to, you already know, because you could take a second-round pick and you may miss, but you already know what you're getting with Wentz, which is just a top maybe 18 guy. Who cares? That's not really to me, I'd rather swing for the fences on a guy like Howell or somebody like a Desmond Ridder and at least try. You're basically just trading off Wentz for one of those guys, right? So, but you already know Wentz's ceiling early on looked like an MVP level guy. Now his ceiling is probably top 15, right? So, and they're not a roster that can win with a top 15 guy. They're not Tennessee. You know what I mean? They're not that level of team. So
they don't have the king.
Yeah. So to me, just rebuild. Just give you're giving rid of picks that they desperately need picks.
So real, a new name. Might as well start over.
Yeah, you might as well just wipe it clean and just restart, and then run out with Heineke or Fitzpatrick. Like, those guys are fine to just get through the season. You know what I mean? Who cares? So that's it. D for me.
D for damn it. Wait. What do you have, Joe? What's your grade?
This was a little odd. I'm going to give it, if you ever seen The Christmas Story, remember when Ralphie turned in his
essay? And he was sized.
He sure was sized. Just like all the Commander fans are like, you know what? We're going to get Russell Wilson. We're going to get somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give this grade a C+. And the C+ destroyed Ralphie. I'll give it a C+ because it is a very, very small upgrade over what they are dealing with right now. His stats weren't awful. There were some situations you're like, what are you doing? He only turned the ball over. He threw less than 10 picks. I don't think he didn't fumble it all that much. He's sort of middle of the pack in most of the categories of being a starting quarterback. He is an upgrade over what they have now, but you do wonder what is the goal? They're going to pay him a lot of freaking money. His full salary for next season is going to be picked up $28 million. So this is I guess we're going to find out what you can really do. They swap second round picks and third round picks. It's just an odd deal. I know why the Colts got rid of him, but I just don't know why Washington's front office were like, you know what? Let's go get Carson Wentz.
You know who we need? We whiffed on all the big dogs. I guess we'll go with Wentz.
Let's go get Carson Wentz.
Come on, Commandos!
He is no longer Pennsylvania. No one in Pennsylvania wants him to have that nickname anymore. No. They've has slashed that nickname from him. It's just, I just don't know what the goal of getting Carson Wentz.
This is definitely a JB. That was weird.
That was a definite situation. I'm sure JB saw that thing.
That's what you should have said as soon as you saw that. You're like, that was weird.
You definitely should have hit it with that. Definitely. That was weird. C+.
All right. So I mean, look at the guy's stats, man. I mean, it's not bad stats. 27 touchdowns, seven interceptions. He fumbled only 4 times, so he only turned the ball over 11 times. I mean, that was one of his issues was in Philly, right? He was a human turnover. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm with Chris. It's just like, why pay this guy $28 million? You ain't going nowhere. You're treading. You're just gonna be in the same spot you were this year. Maybe one game better.
I always say the worst spot to be is kind of right in that middle where you're not rebuilding, but you're not competing.
Yeah.
Because you don't draft high enough to get real game changers usually, and then you're just kind of stuck, and you're just, like there's been a lot of teams that are just stuck there for years.
Yeah, and he's I mean, he worked. I mean, he had Jonathan Taylor going for 1,800 yards behind him. You know, I don't know if the Commandos are going to have that next year. They do have Gibson, who's you know young back, good back.
Very good.
I mean, I give it a C. You know, it's not really a head turner. It was a that was weird type of vibe I got when I saw it. And like for Indy, like who is going to be their quarterback now?
Especially
Jimmy Garoppolo.
I mean, you got a team in Indy that was 99% chance that day they were getting into the playoffs. You know what I mean?
And lost to the Jags.
But there was
that's why they probably traded him.
That's the reason.
There's no reason they shouldn't have been. So you're basically a win away from the Jags, away from the playoffs. And then when you get in the playoffs, who knows? We saw Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know, right? And you better with that running attack they had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know that
King-like.
Jonathan Taylor is a horse.
King-like. Not the king,
horse.
but King-like.
King-like. Yeah. I got you. All right. So yeah, those are our grades. I'm giving it a C. I'm kind of middling it with Joey and Chris. Right. You know what I'm saying? Say what, Joey?
B plus.
Yeah, I gave it a C. All right, so that's our grades for the quarterbacks, and you know, follow us for some more content about that coming up. We'll be talking about all the NFL moves going forward throughout the summertime, right? CJ Squared, maybe we'll keep it moving. Episode 43 right now, and we're talking about the not quite the NCAA tournament, but some of the tournaments coming up this weekend, the Power 5 tournaments, who we got as our winners. We already had one big upset, right? The Baylor Bears, who were my boys last year. This year, I don't know this year, but took an L already. That's probably the first big domino to fall. They could drop a seed, man. They could go from a 1 to a 2 now, but you never know with the NCAA tournament committee.
Dukie's almost lost today too. I mean, they end up running away like last minute, but it was close for.
Yes, it was.
All right, but bigger villain, NCAA tournament committee or the FBS tournament. Who's the bigger villain? Those guys or the NCAA?
I mean, probably the football one because the NCAA one generally, if you got this many teams, if you're a 12 or 13, you're generally like a little bit above. You know, like you've had your shots. Like you're one of the 60th best teams. Like you can't really complain that much at that point. You know what I mean? Like you were like the other ones. You're like I'm the 5th best team in the country, and I'm not getting in. That's different, you know. So you're leaving out teams that are really where the other ones is like, dude, you had 13 losses. Like, come on now.
Right.
Like, you had your shot. Like the other ones.
Facts. Okay, that's a very good point. It's a very good point. Okay, so I'll just. To keep it clean, and Chris, after this, you can do that. You can do your bracketology blind test.
Yeah.
ACC, Joey, who you got winning the ACC tournament?
Carolina.
Ooh.
I never want Carolina.
You think I'm really going there? Yeah, right. The Dukies will win the ACC tournament. Calm down, Paladin.
Since I was a kid, I never wanted Carolina to win because I always thought like get their loss out of the way, and then they'll get on a good run after. Like, you know, because now you're winning 10 games in a row or whatever. I'm like they're gonna lose at some point, so I never wanted Carolina to win anyway. So I'm going Duke also. I don't mind if Carolina loses.
All right, so I think we are all in agreement. I looked at how the bracket is laying out there, and the ACC is kind of down this year, right? I'm definitely going with Duke. SEC, this one could be tasty. You got Tennessee, who've been playing well. You got Auburn, top 14. You got Kentucky that has a John Wooden Award finalist and that guy who leading the nation in rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
So who you got, Joey? SEC. Who's your pick?
I'll take UK.
No, Kentucky. Okay.
I'll take UK.
Chris, who you got winning this one?
Give me Auburn.
Oh, Chris. I tell you what, it's been kind of wild how me and Chris have been seeing eye to eye. I think me and him are like rubbing off each other a little bit, right? I'm using more than analytics, and Chris has been like, let me go with my gut a little bit. Yeah, some of that gut, right? So yeah, you see the show Mr. In Between. That's who I am. I'm Mr. In Between, right? So all right. So I got Auburn too, right? I think Auburn has over the season shown they are the best team in the SEC. And they should show it in the SEC tournament. All right. We got the Pac-10. The Pac-10. All right. I think the Pac-10 is really is a two-headed race. But Chris, who you got?
The
Pac-10. I'm sorry, Pac-12. I said Pac-10. I meant Pac. Apologize, Pac-12.
Let me see, because Arizona guy got hurt, right? The guard, he rolled his ankle, so I don't know if he'll be playing. I'll still take Arizona. I still think they're
okay. Chris got Zona.
Ditto.
Here we go, man. What are we doing? We all in agreement. I got Zona as well. It's getting scary in here. People getting scary.
That's
all right.
Good.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We have the Big Ten. The Big Ten. Last year, the Big Ten had to be the most overrated league in the nation. I mean, all their teams are ranked, got those high seeds and took L's. Even though Michigan made it all the way to they made it to the Elite Eight, right? Or did they Elite Eight, right? Did they make it to the Final Four?
They made it to the Final Four.
Oh, and lost to UCLA. No. They lost to Baylor.
Yeah.
You sure? I thought Michigan lost in the Elite Eight to UCLA. Because UCLA played Gonzaga in the Final Four.
Who did Suggs hit the big?
And Baylor played Houston.
Oh yeah, Houston.
Yes, that was it.
Four.
That was it.
Yeah.
Elite Eight, right?
Yes. Remember Suggs hit the big.
Yeah, against UCLA. That's right. The big the three at the end.
Yeah,
so
UCLA beat Michigan 51-49. Elite Eight.
Got it.
My caller. Okay. All right. So who we got for this Big Ten? I think we all gonna be different on this one. Let's see. Who you got, Chris, for this one?
Give me Wisconsin.
I see. I think we all will be different. Joey, who you get?
No, Joey's Wisconsin.
It's gracious, Joey.
Baby.
Do you know, y'all do realize that Wisconsin's best player was kind of injured? So
that is true. That is true.
All right, I'm going Purdue. That's who I got.
I like Purdue a lot, though.
Michigan already has been eliminated, by the way.
Yeah,
all right. Will they make the tourney? What do you think, Chris?
Which one? Oh, we might find out in a little bit. That's some foreshadowing there.
Okay.
That one of these teams could be that one of these teams that's floating around could be.
Okay. All right. So, and I guess I save the best league for last, right? I think it's easy to say that during this year, the Big 12 overall has probably been the best league, right? I mean, look, we already had two big upsets already. TCU knocked off Texas. Oklahoma knocked off Baylor. If we would have had this earlier, we probably would have picked. I probably would have picked Baylor. I knew I was going to pick Baylor, but then I saw what happened. So I think this was going to be just a wash. But go ahead, Joey. Who you got?
Is the Big 12? They're a top heavy, but are they the best?
Yeah, I think they're the best.
This year, I'm just based on like the records and the rankings and what we've seen. I think between maybe them and the SEC, but I think they got a little bit more than the SEC overall. The SEC is mainly Kentucky, Auburn, and you got Tennessee and Arkansas a little bit. But the Big 12, you had Kansas, Baylor, Texas Tech. You had right now Oklahoma. You had Iowa State. You had Texas.
They're very top heavy. They're definitely they're definitely top heavy.
It's like the old Big East, man. Back in the day, the Big East, baby, you get 9 teams in the Big East back in the day, right?
Right. Real basketball, Big East basketball. Big 12. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk. Give me those. Give me KU. Give me KU.
Yeah.
Man, I thought you were going to go Texas Tech. First off, let me say, I bet Iowa State plus the 8 against Texas Tech. They're losing 58-25. So I don't think I'm winning
They
that.
get their butt whooped. Texas Tech.
I took Texas minus the 4.5 today, and that one was looking real pretty. And
yeah, it's an L.
And another loss. So obviously, I know nothing about the Big 12. Don't listen to me. I'm still going to go Kansas, though. I still think that.
Yeah, I think Texas Tech is.
But I like Texas Tech.
Texas Tech is like one of the I think their defensive efficiency
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Maybe in the top 5. It could be top 2, I believe.
I mean, Iowa State's got 27 points, and it's 10 minutes, basically 10 minutes left in the second half.
Yeah.
And they got 27 points. What are they?
Yeah.
The Trailblazers.
So, I'm with you guys. I actually went I went KU as well. So
Iowa State got 7 points in 10 minutes.
Man, it's good defense, right? We all in agreement, right? So we all agreed on 3 of them: ACC, Pac-12, Big 12, and then we had a little dissent in the SEC and the Big 10. Chris, you always was with somebody. Me and Joey were lone wolves a couple of times.
Oh man, this is opposite of the football.
Yeah. So okay, there we go. We'll see how this plays out, and then next week we're talking about the brackets, right? Oh, you got the bracket challenge. If you want to be in the bracket challenge, it's CJ Square bracket challenge. Pretty much, it's you gotta hit me up, and I'll put you on. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. All right, here we go.
Win it all.
So I sent you, JB. You want to send? I sent you the link if you want to open and share your screen. See if you
okay. I'm sharing my screen. Let me go to my. It's my Yahoo, right?
This one's got a little bit more on it, but it won't. I mean, it doesn't take. It didn't take that long, so it shouldn't be too long.
All right. Said Jesse Smollett's judge was angry at him.
Very angry.
We didn't even talk about. Let me say real quick, baseball's back now.
It's back, baby.
It's back. I missed that. What happened? What?
Yeah,
they're gonna start spring training on Sunday.
And our starting first baseman will be Freddie Freeman. Looking forward to him catching.
Man, I swear, Freddie Freeman better not go to the Yankees, man. Oh my God, I'll be so pissed. That's some bull crap. All right, Chris, you see what I got going on?
Yeah. So first we'll start off with the teams. In the first group, teams on the bubble. Remember, it shows here BPI, lower, better, SOR, which is strength of record is what that is. And then the Q score is kind of a score based on their quadrant type of wins, how good their wins are. So first, let's get into the Joey, what are you seeing for the very first top grouping? You seeing any teams you like and any teams you're hating?
We're talking teams on the bubble.
Yeah, 6 or 5 through 8 right there.
I am not very happy with team 4.
Why you got to show your emotions?
I'm not happy with it.
You're not liking 4. These are all teams in the really on the bubble. They're like squarely on the bubble, these group here. Because I pulled from like the bracketology group of like right now they could be either in or out type of teams.
Now, of course, you got 14 games against the best teams, quad 1, but you are 4 games under 500. So I'm a little worried about them. I'm really liking. Me personally, I'm really liking team 3.
All right, so team 3. And JB, what are you feeling here?
I'm looking at team 1's BPI. That's not really good. That's 72. Even though they got a lot of quad, they got the most quad one wins. They played 11 games in quad 1. Team 3, I mean, they haven't had a lot of quad 1 wins, but I mean, their BPI is right there, and their
strength of record is there.
strength of record is right there too.
Yeah.
So, man, I guess really, if I'm looking at these, and if I had to make a choice, man, I honestly probably would, if I'm on the committee, I'd probably go with Team 4 just because their BPI is, they got a BPI
So
26.
team 4 for you is in, Joey. Team team 1?
He said
for
Team
you
3.
Is in, Joey?
He said Team 3 for him.
is in.
I actually also, when I try to do it, I put team 4 in. So again,
I told you, man. Me and Chris got a hive mind.
All right,
Joey.
so let me go through team 1. You guys have got any guesses on the teams?
I don't know, man. Team 1 looks like probably a team from the ACC. Is it?
Team 1 is Rutgers.
Oh, Rutgers. Okay, they got some good wins.
Team 2 is Xavier.
Yeah. Okay.
Team
Big
3,
East.
Joey's team, SMU.
Mm-hmm.
And team 4 is Michigan.
So right now, Michigan though, they're 17 and 14 though.
Yeah, I didn't change that. So yeah, and now you got another loss.
Yeah. See, now if I knew that Michigan there, I'm like, no. Oh no, I probably would have. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see. Michigan still could make it.
All right, now let's go to the next one. The next one is teams that are kind of in the 4 or 5 ranking there.
All right, let's see. And now, what are we doing with this one? Are we saying? What are we saying?
Yeah, so same thing, Joey. Who you liking? Who is the top? We'll come out and say who's the top, the best. Who would be your highest seeded team out of this group?
Next one down. My go-to. I really love Team 3. Strength of record is excellent. Quad 1 record. They are at 500. They're playing the best teams in the land. BPI low. Oh, they're clearly one. The team that I think is at the very bottom. I am not a big fan of team. I'm not a big fan of Team 4.
You like Team 3, but you don't like 4.
Do not like 4.
All right,
man, this is a setup. This is clearly a setup. So I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna go clearly with Team 1. Okay, because I mean even though their BPI is 19, and they have the best strengths of record rank, and they have the best record against quad 1 teams in this group. So I'm gonna go with Team 1.
All right. So actually, I was with Joey on this one, and then Team 1. So Team 1 is Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah.
Arkansas. Team 2 is LSU.
Okay.
Team 3, UCLA. Team 4 is St. Mary's. Joey's hating on some St. Mary's.
Yes, I am.
Hating on St. Mary's. St. Mary's has, they beat Gonzaga,
Yeah, so that's their huge win right there.
That's a huge, huge win. So, yeah, okay. I like take Arkansas over those teams.
Next grouping, these are teams in the 10 to 12 range right now.
Really quick, what SEC team beat Gonzaga? Was it Bama or was it Arkansas? The team from the SEC that beat Gonzaga this year.
That beat the Zags. Was it Kentucky?
No. Go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. All right, Joey. So who you like? And these are kind of the teams that are 10 through 12 ranking here.
10 through 12 ranking. Team 3, again, I like. Strength of record, right there. Their Q score is high. Their quad record, they are 1 game over 500. I'll take them number 1. I am not a big fan of Team 2. BPI is very high. However, their Q score, this is a tough one right here, Chris. I don't know.
Yeah, this one was close.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna switch it to Team 4, 21 and 5, BPI 67. Their Q score is.
You like 4 or you don't like 4?
They're my worst one. Team 4.
So you like 3, you don't like 4.
I like 3, don't like 4.
JB?
I mean, if you like 3, goodness gracious. I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I'll go with team 2, man, with the winning record versus quad 1.
All right, so this one is the team 1 is Davidson, who is the top. They're the highest seed of this group.
Okay.
Team 2.
They may have to win the A10 to even get in, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think, but yeah, they may have to. But I think Dayton and VCU look all right when you run these things.
Yeah.
Team 2 is Memphis.
Penny.
That was that JB's team. Team 2, Memphis. Team 3 is Loyola.
Loyola Chicago
of Chicago, and team 4 is North Texas.
Now Loyola Chicago already in. They already wrapped up.
Really coming down to a seed for them.
They won their tournament at conference championship.
They were probably going to be in anyway, but all right. So the next thing, this is the 2 to 3 ranking here. So these are your really good teams other than your main 4 teams. So what we're going to try to do is pick who you think would be your 2 seeds, your 4 2 seeds.
All right. They haven't, and this is not their records that they played
today. Not counting today. It's anything today. This is
okay.
Today.
This is set up. Oh, Gonzaga lost to Bama when Bama was number 16 in the nation.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're trying to pick, Joey, who you think your 2 seeds are.
Did Saban coach that game?
Yeah. I also picked mine. So
Joey. Did Saban coach that? Shut up. It's got to be some Big 12 teams in this one. It got to be. If it's not, this is a sham.
Maybe SEC.
This is a sham job, man.
This is
it ain't the sham job, it's a sham job.
This is God's sham job. I got off of Bracketology, so we'll see.
Okay.
They're 2 and 3 ranked teams. So Joey, who you seeing on there that could be ranked as your 2s?
I don't know. I wonder if you did it in order. That's because did you do it in order? Or did you mix it up a little bit?
It's not. It's yeah. I mean, I've got it how they have it, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, they just rank it as 2, so I've got their
okay.
2.
Okay. I got you.
Well, 5 and 4 will be number 2 seeds definitely.
What?
As will 5 and 4. As well 7.
All right, 5, 4, 7, and
5, 4, 7, and 8.
All right, JB, let's see what you got.
Definitely, I'm definitely going team 2.
All right.
Definitely team 3. Goodness gracious, man. The guys, the BPI is 3. The SQR is 5. I mean, these guys have been playing heavyweights all year, and they have been balling. They lost some, but they won more than they lost. So I got 2, 3. Number 4, they look destined for a 3. They look destined for a 3 seed line. Heck, they may even get a 4 seed line. I'm looking at maybe I said 2, 3, 7, and 1. I think if they can win their next couple of games in their tournaments.
Joey got 1 correct. JB got 3 correct of right now. So all right, so let me read it down. All right, so team 1 is Tennessee.
Okay.
SEC.
Team 2, Kansas. Team 3, Kentucky.
SEC.
Team 4, Wisconsin. Joey picked Wisconsin.
That's your boys, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Team 5, Joey picked Team 5. That's Illinois.
Oh, Lord.
No one picked number 6. That's Purdue. Both of you picked 7. That's Duke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey picked 8. That's Villanova.
Okay.
So JB got the twos in this thing were Kansas, Kentucky, Purdue, and Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Kansas and Duke can get a number 1 seed now since Baylor lost. Right? They can get one if they can win the tournaments.
Yeah. Joey's hating on Kansas, apparently.
I guess I am.
You do not like Kansas or Kentucky.
But I really like them.
You don't like them.
Goodness.
All righty. That's some good stuff, Chris. Keep us on our toes. Next week we'll be straight up talking about the first round of the NCAA tournament, and then we'll be making our picks against the spread. Woo, boy. Man. Yeah, we can't do the picks against the spread for the first games, man. That's just too many.
No.
After we get to the Sweet 16 and from there, we're going to start doing some of that stuff, which y'all are going to appreciate because you're going to win some money. Guaranteed.
You can.
All
right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to give you guys a couple teams. What we did was we took off teams that we all feel were this is buying or selling, and we took off a couple teams that we feel we're all confident that they're going to make deep playoff runs. So we took a couple that were maybe questionable in the range of are they going to make it or not. So I'll read your teams off. You just tell me if you're buying or selling. You can give me a little bit of reason, or you can just say buying or selling. All right. So first,
sell.
All right, Joey. Deep run into the playoffs. You buying the Warriors or you selling them?
Buy.
Buying them up.
Completely buying that.
You just think they're definitely.
They are. Never underestimate the heart of a champion.
All right, Rudy T.
Key reason.
All right, JB, buying or selling the Warriors?
Man, buy. Draymond. They probably could have the best record in the league if Draymond hadn't missed so many games. He should come back healthy. They got Clay back. They might get James Wiseman. Deep run, not guarantee a championship, but deep run, definitely.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. A team that's done it there multiple times. They know how to get it done. I mean, Draymond's a huge part of that, I think, for them. Wiseman will be a big help though, and they haven't had to force Clay into playing massive minutes all the time. And what their thing with is when they were good, they had a good bench, guys like Jordan Poole. Those type of players. So, all right, JB, Memphis, buying or selling? Deep run.
Oh, deep run. The young Memphis Warriors right now looking like they could be a 2 or 3 seed. I mean, deep run is considered what?
I would say Western Conference Finals.
Conference Finals. I don't know. I mean, if I'm buying Golden State, I gotta sell Memphis. Yeah. I can't buy Golden State when they're gonna play each other in the second round. So, I mean, I think Memphis has been playing great so far this year, and they got Ja Morant, who has been playing at a MVP level. But they're still young, and I don't think it's their time yet. And I believe that if they had to match up with Golden State right now, when Draymond comes back, I think Golden State would be able to handle them. All right, it's going to be a good series, though. But I'm gonna get in there and sell.
Joey, buying or selling?
Sell. They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Yeah,
they ain't ready. Just simple, huh? They ain't ready.
I'm with Joey. I'm selling. I think a year away, maybe a player away, not necessarily a superstar away, but I think maybe a player away from really, but I think for the next couple of years, they'll be right there as long as Morant.
Yeah, they're good, man. They got a good nucleus, got a lot of good young players, man. I mean, they got a lot of good young players, man.
Yeah, they're definitely, and they're fun to watch. So
yes, yep.
Jazz, Joey, Jazz, fine. We're staying in the West here, Jazz.
Sell. Sell.
You do not trust the
Spider wants out. Sell.
JB?
What? We
go.
all saw what my mans did to them last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much beat them with nothing. They had Paul George. They had Paul George and Freddie out there.
Oh, Freddie.
And Mans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust him in the playoffs, man. Obviously, the coach for the Jazz has been out coached in the playoffs the last couple of years.
He has.
I mean, they've had the number 1 seed 2 years before that last year. I mean, they let Clippers beat them without their best player. Yeah, I'm selling on the Jazz, man. I'm selling.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm selling. I think they're a regular season team. They're not built, and I don't think they have a guy like Giannis. That was always the thing with them. They're a regular season team. I don't think they have a Giannis anywhere coming through that door that can that can turn it on to that next level. I'm sorry.
John Stockton and Karl Malone and Mark Eaton are not coming through that door.
We don't see the mailman.
Hey,
we don't see the mailman.
Yeah.
I don't see David Benoit coming through that.
David Benoit. Or Jeff Hornacek either.
Or Jeff Malone.
Jeff Malone. Who can trade him with Jeff Hornacek?
That's right. Sure was.
All right, we'll go to the East now. How about JB, the Bulls?
Okay. Pull up. Let me get my lungs ready. Get in there and sell. Sell. Hey, the Bulls, yes, they have been playing without Lonzo Ball. They have been playing without Alex Caruso, but it still does not take away from the fact that against the best teams in both conferences, they have this many wins.
Mm-hmm. Settle.
Sell.
So you got it. Even though DeMar DeRozan is playing at an MVP level, sell.
Joey?
Unless I am put in a position like JB and look down that bench and see that guy right there is sitting on that bench with that jersey on, I am selling. Not quite this year. Next year, yes. Not this year. Sell.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think we were all the same on every one of these. I'm with you guys. I think another one that's too early, but I do like DeRozan has been hated on kind of the last couple of years, just kind of, that mid-range game that people just don't like anymore. And
the game is back, Chris. It's back, man. It's back.
He's shown that you can still play at an extremely high level.
I mean, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, man, these guys are mid-range magicians. Yeah.
Well, it got so far, and I'm an analytics guy, but it got so far where everyone hates that shot. Everything just threes, and now it's like, look, that's not realistic. If they're giving you that 15-footer and you can knock it down. So I'm still selling though. So all right, next one, another team that's been playing really well, Boston. Joey?
Buy. I will buy Boston because someone is growing up. Tatum is playing lights out ball right now. Of course, he better be playing lights out come April, May, which I think he absolutely will. I am buying Boston hard.
JB, buying or selling?
So, Boston, since I believe December, has probably the best record in the NBA. They have the best defensive efficiency. I mean, all the analytical numbers, they are the best team and the team that on paper that should come out of the East. But we're talking about deep playoff run.
Deep.
As long as they got to go through the Sixers, especially the Bucks or the Heat, I'm selling. I just don't think they're good, been playing well, but I don't think if you match them up with the Heat or the Bucks or the Sixers or the Nets for a 7-game series, they're gonna come out on top of that, and that's going to be their second round.
Yeah, I'm with you just for that reason alone. I think they can compete with those teams, but in a 7-game series, I don't know. You're talking true superstars that they're going against in each one of those games.
There's some real superstars on this stage tonight.
So yeah, I think that can Tatum play with a KD? Can he? We saw last year Giannis and KD were going back and forth.
Yeah.
Can Tatum get on that level with him and bang basket for basket? You know what I mean? I just don't know if he's there yet. I mean, he's playing great, but so I'm selling. And speaking of 1 seeds, we got the Miami Heat, because for whatever reason we still don't fully trust them. JB, buying or selling the Heat?
Buying, man. I'm buying the Heat culture. I'm buying the fact that they are the number 1 seed in the East, even though this whole year they have dealt with injuries and more injuries. I think that if they get into the playoffs, I think they can make a deep run because they have a lot of battle-tested veterans. They got Bam, they got Jimmy Butler, they got Kyle Lowry, and they got a bunch of guys who are hungry. You got Tyler Hero desperately trying to prove that what happened in the bubble wasn't a fluke. I like them. I like them to make it to the conference finals.
You're buying some Heat.
I'm
Joey,
buying the Heat this year, man.
Joey, you buying any Heat?
I'm completely buying the Heat. That is a Pat Riley built team. Pat Riley built teams will always.
He's molding that.
That is a molded Pat Riley team. Pat Riley might be the greatest figure in basketball history as far as just the influence that he has over teams. I'm absolutely buying the Pat Riley Heat.
Okay.
And I'm selling because
I knew it.
I think they're gonna end up playing the Nets, and I think the Nets can turn it on when they need to. That's what I'm going with. So I think Durant is second best player maybe in the NBA. I won't get into that argument, but probably to me first. But I know the LeBron guys they'll come up. But I think that what I saw them do last year when he was basically a foot away from going to the finals, and probably could have won it had he have stepped back a little bit further. So, to me, I think they'll just run into the Nets, and I don't like their chances there. But I do think,
but they do have the Durant harasser on the Heat this year too.
Who's that?
DJ Tucker, man.
That's right.
He was the Durant irritant last year in the playoffs.
That's right.
I tell you what, Durant put up numbers, but he made Durant work for every single inch.
Did.
Yeah, I mean you're not going to stop those guys.
He made Durant expend every bit of energy he had.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the West or the East series are going to be ridiculous. Every one of those series is going to be nasty.
Yes, they are.
They're all going to be good.
Yes, they are. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Now we get our chance to mold our own teams.
Let me
mold it.
So, Joe, you want to send your boys?
Let me get this dude.
You want to send your boys let them know that. Oh, look at this. Is he molding? What's he molding?
Yes, he must be. Nah, Joey is. He's a molder.
So for everyone out there, what we're doing is there's going to be a couple special guests on here, and we've already randomized the draft order before we started. So what we're doing is we're basically picking from the list of the top 75 players that was recently released, and the rules are we have to build a team that is somewhat like what we would say like a fantasy roster, where a guy like LeBron would be listed at power forward, small forward, maybe even point guard. But what you can't do is we cannot build a team where Hakeem is your point guard. Shaq is your shooting guard. Those types of things. So it has to be realistic to a real roster that you're building. And then we'll see how that goes. So each guy is going to draft 7 guys. And yeah, so once we get the guys on here, we'll get going. Oh, there's the list. First pick, Dolph Shays. See, there's definitely some old guys. I was even talking to Dana, my stepdad, like, what about this dude here?
George Gervin, the Iceman.
Hey, one thing I could do was finger roll.
Finger roll. Moses Malone.
Oh, look at this dude right
Moses
here. I'm
Malone.
telling you right now.
That's
I'm
JB,
telling you,
that's
right? Let me introduce you all to the person the one that just.
Alden, you're on mute. You're on mute.
This dude right here thinks that he can out debate all of us on any topic. This dude right here knows his stuff.
Good.
He's a Tar Heel.
Hey, well, I'm a heel fan, so I'm with you then. I'm not going to debate you.
Let me get my athletes voted the assistant coach of the year in wrestling in Fairfax. David Paladin Fernandez. JB.
Pleasure.
Paladin, JB.
Pleasure.
Paladin, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you doing, JB?
Good,
how you doing,
man.
Chris?
Good.
Is that what's that? Are you in a war room? What you got in the background there? Do you have names up there, bro?
I'm gonna let you believe that.
Okay. I got you. I got
an old school war room right here on this.
Okay.
Paladin, while we wait, did you hear us discussing the Javonte Williams? Joey said, I know that's your boy. Joey and JB were arguing a little bit, saying Joey thinks he can be over 2,000 total yards.
Absolutely. This is not going to happen in the current situation.
JB is not thinking so. I agree with Joey and you. I think not necessarily with Melvin Gordon there, but I think as a true.
I'm just saying, I believe he led the league in missed tackle percentage.
That dude
which is a stat that tends to translate across.
That's a crucial stat that you're bringing up right there.
Yep. I mean, I know I gotta come correct.
It's not like we didn't know that stat. Shut up, Joey. I knew that stat. What are you talking about? That's not a crucial stat.
Yeah,
that was a commonly known stat, Joey. Just so you know. Okay?
JB is bitter
because
you got your first.
I'll
you
give
got the
credit
first place in the NBA fantasy league right there.
He's a little bitter.
He's a little.
I'm not bitter, man. You know, sometimes when you're at the top, every time you gotta let somebody else get a piece, man. Yeah. You know, it's okay, man. I've been there so much, Paladin. You being there, man. Shine, baby, shine.
Well, you go ahead and hold my seat.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't saying nothing yet to the playoffs.
Paladin, that's where I live, man. Welcome to my home.
Yeah. Like we talked about. It's all about rings anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's all rings. All good.
So you better close.
Close it, baby.
For real. We'll see. After this, the onslaught of injuries that I got 2 weeks ago, where I lost Chris Paul, Gordon Hayward, and Norman Powell in the span of about 3 days. That was painful. Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw you dropped Paul.
The MVP of the league dropped.
So yeah, that one definitely hurt me.
Paul is
Joey had to give me a hug. Joey had to give me a hug at school. I really needed it that day.
You've been talking about Chris Paul being MVP for the last 2 years, man.
Joey's on that. Joey is definitely on that Chris Paul train as the MVP.
Now let's see if Chris Paul. I want Chris Paul to come back healthy for the playoffs, man.
Please.
I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that. Well, someone was saying, what would they be if they didn't have Chris Paul? Where would they be would they be like a 6 or 7 seed without Chris Paul?
Without Chris Paul, like right now, or
I'm saying the whole season, if he's not there, where are they at without that level of guy? Like
They're not even in the playoffs.
No,
They're not even there.
All right. Where are you boys at, Joey?
Buttons cannot go.
He has backed out.
Buttons cannot go. Buttons always goes, but he said the yak is just coming up. Buttons cannot go.
Okay. All
Ryan
right. So okay. What about Hawkins? What's Hawkins?
Hawkins is on his way.
Okay. This is not going to a store. We're on its way. On its way where? To the
You gotta
Zoom?
have a Minnesota Vikings
house?
situation up in here.
To the Zoom.
To the Zoom. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So I guess does that change the draft a little bit? Let's see.
Yes, it does.
Buttons was 3. So now, Joey, you're the third pick.
Thank you.
So
Paladin, you're the 4th pick, and I'm picking 5th and 6th.
Okay.
About to combo your ass, Joey.
I got you.
I know who you drafted first, Joey.
No, you don't, JP.
Dave the Busher.
I would love to have him.
I see your whole squad's probably gonna be Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing. Definitely Dave the Busher. Did he play for the Knicks as well?
Yes, he did.
He's gonna be all old Knicks.
Is Xavier McDaniel from 1991 on that top same?
No.
Okay.
He's not on there.
Well, if I get Jordan, you might have to draft him as a. You might have to draft him to try to shut him down. That was one crazy dude. Who was crazier, Xavier McDaniel or Vernon Maxwell?
Oh,
Vernon Maxwell.
Oh, those two.
Hey, Xavier McDaniel is fighting you on the court. Vernon Maxwell is fighting you in the stands.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's fighting. He's going in the stands to fight you and confront you.
Yes, he is.
He walks so Ron Artest could run.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Vernon Maxwell. Was he on one of the Houston Rockets championship teams?
Yes, he was. He was on both of them. No, he was on one of them.
He was on
one of them.
know. All right, man. Let's see.
He's getting there.
Let me see.
Brian, JB, I think you may know a little bit. Chris knows a little bit. I've known for a long time. Brian is on Brian Hawkins' time. There is his own time, and how he gets to get to things and get to places is on Brian Hawkins' time. He does this often.
Yeah, he does. Definitely does.
Often. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, he's coming on. And I told him just do not get the second pick, because then you're going to be your hand is going to be forced to pick Kobe Bryant.
And he got the second pick.
He got the second pick.
Yes, he did. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So now we'll see. Now, Ryan, I told you, do not get that second pick, and you ended up getting the second pick.
Hey,
the second pick, baby.
This is what the universe wanted, and I'm happy with it. I'm fine. I am fine to declare exactly what this is and who is GOAT number 2 for real.
Oh boy, you better stop it right there.
Who's GOAT number 2 for real?
You better make
all these Prince James people.
Oh golly. What's up? What's up, Hawkins? How you feeling, man?
What's up, JB, man?
What's
Brian, Paladin, Brian.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
This is a big Kobe fan, so.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't tell.
That's his man. That's his man. I was there the day that he took Kobe under his wing when he got drafted.
Oh yes.
He took him under his wing the day he got drafted and traded.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
All right, JB, yes. How we gonna do this? You want me to just
in the
start
beginning?
You just
the Genesis.
They can just pick, and I'll put it on my sheet, and I'll have a nice little workup for it for next week that people can discuss. And talk about. So I'm looking at. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you do. I just wanted to see how Brian is doing in the basketball league right now, because I know beginning of the year he was talking all kind of SHIT. So
because I took you out first week. I took you out.
But I'm looking. So
I took you out the first week.
With 1 week left, you seem to be 9 games out of the playoffs. So you took me out, and
look. All I have to blame is injuries and one bad Sunday. And I gotta play it. And one bad Sunday.
One bad Sunday.
One bad Sunday.
Hey, ask Chris about his injuries.
Oh yeah, I know. We already talked about his injuries. We're in the same boat. I beat him out last week.
Hey, look, man, it's about being a manager, Hawkins.
Hey, don't sleep. This ain't over. Don't sleep.
You are mathematically out of the playoffs, brother.
I am not mathematically out of the playoffs. I might be one in 1,000 out of. I'm not out.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you there's a chance.
Only way you're gonna get in if Buttons don't set his lineup for the next couple of days at all.
Don't underestimate the heart of a champion.
Buttons got his lineup already set. Buttons' lineup already set. Trust me.
Don't underestimate the heart of a champion.
Routine times 2.
Are you telling me that you're going to throw? Are you throwing these games? Are you throwing these games? Is that what you're telling me? You're throwing these games? Are you throwing these games?
It's wrong with your brain tonight. You're like, I know you on Hawkins time, but you're losing your mind.
Should have set that lineup, and then Powden gave you 10-3.
Oh,
Powden gave you 10-3.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, it was this guy.
And this is with Luka just murdering the league right now.
Right.
He's got Luka murdering the league.
There is no reason why a team that has Devin Booker, Luka,
Zach LaVine.
Who are the other 2 guards?
Zach LaVine.
Ja Morant, and Zach LaVine. Nowhere team like that.
So we're clear. Wait. Let's back this up real quick. No, let's back this up real quick. I understand that Sunday, that one. I've only missed setting my lineup. You are
taking too long to explain your answer.
No.
Set your damn lineup, Brian. Set your damn lineup. That's over. Set your lineup. Wait. Ain't no excuses. Set your lineup.
Wait. I only met.
No.
If the glove don't fit.
No. Brian, set your lineup, bro. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. Done.
I missed setting my lineup twice. Only 2 times this season.
But guess what?
And that Sunday,
and you paid a price. You're 9 games out.
But wait a second. The reason I'm at that point,
first. How about to mute your ass? Who picked first?
At that point, I was in 9th, I believe. 9th. My whole point is that even though that has presently cost me the position, you have to understand the whole season.
Listen to me. You didn't make you out of the playoffs, bro. Yes, your ass is muted, okay? Don't unmute yourself. No, I'll mute your ass again. Hold on. You can't unmute yourself. Now it don't work no more. Trust me. Now you can't unmute yourself. See, I ain't stupid. It won't work now. Yep. It won't work. All right, here we go. I don't want to hear that. No excuses. Go ahead and unmute yourself now. There you go. All right, keep it moving.
See how the truth is oppressed?
He's going to explain everything.
You see how the truth is oppressed in this society, in 21st century? I'm going to call you Putin.
Okay? Dude, the fact of the matter is,
call you Putin.
It's about, like the guys just said, it's about getting a ring. You're not going to be in the playoffs. You're irrelevant.
JB, you better hope that a unicorn does not stroll past my way. Because if that unicorn strolls past my way, I'm coming for you.
You're out. Listen.
I hope the basketball gods are listening.
I hope you and Paladin got my email with the soup Nazi. I hope
the basketball guys are listening to you.
All right,
make your pick, keep it moving.
All right, I'll start this off. Easiest pick, greatest of all time. I'm taking Jordan number 1. That's a soup Nazi pick right there. Just move it on. Just Jordan number 1.
I feel like that's a cop out, yo.
Yeah, I'll take that cop out all day. All right, Brian. Now the pressure's on you. Maybe Kobe will be there on the way back. There's only 5 of us.
There's no pressure at all for this pick. With pick number 2.
Or you're number 2.
With pick number 2, I'm gonna do what Charlotte did.
Oh wow!
And I'm gonna pick the GOAT number 2, Kobe Bean Bryant.
All right. That fall, we now know who Joey's taking.
Walt Frazier. Street.
I am not taking.
Ain't picking the Prince. He ain't picking the Prince.
I am not taking Clyde yet. I will take.
See? It ain't the Prince, Chris. It ain't the Prince.
He's got to.
It ain't the Prince.
Scared. He's scared.
I have messed it up.
Nervous a pick, man.
Give me LeBron.
Yeah, he's got to. Paladin was hoping. I don't know if you're a LeBron guy, Paladin.
I'm good.
You going with the bigs, one of the bigs.
There's a whole cluster of bigs right up here at the top right here. And I know one of them is going to be available to me on the loop around. So I'm going to have to go with Magic Johnson.
Ooh. That's not bad. You're playing the weakness of the position right now. The lack of.
Nice, man. You put me in a position. Let me see. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the leading scorer in NBA history.
Toughest shot.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Toughest shot of all time.
All right, I got another pick here. Let me see. Oh, well, I might as well go ahead and fill out my fill out my back line of players and go ahead. I'm gonna make a pick that is gonna shock y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and take Kevin Durant.
Ooh, I was hoping he'd fall to me. The old Slim Reaper.
Kevin Durant right there.
Slim Reaper.
Yeah.
What spot you got him at? Your 3?
I can put him in my 3, my 4. You'll find out.
You'll find out.
I got the sky hooks in there. Just ready.
That's already scoring like crazy.
Yep. All right, so Paladin is your pick.
So I was right. My guy that I wanted has looped back to me because, as we said earlier, this game is about getting rings. And there's only one person that I know of on this list that has double-digit rings.
Oh,
there's one person on this list that has double-digit rings, and not only that, he was smart enough to be a player and a coach while he was getting one of those rings. Okay, and he's going to be down low in the post with Magic feeding him. I'm going with Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Okay, nice pick.
All right, Joey.
Kind of slim, but it's a nice pick. All right, Joey, who you got? Shaq? Willis Reed.
With this next pick, after my team wins the championship and is the best, the best team, ladies, watch out because he's going to be out in the looking 25,000 strong. He's the stilt.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh, Will.
He's stilt.
Go the stilt.
Go the stilt and LeBron James, the king and the king.
Will they be able to coexist together? That's a question I have.
Right.
All right, Brian.
It appears to me.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
You guys that you guys live in the past. Too much. I am going to go with the more modern dream team that we were talking about maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. And I'm going to go with Tim Duncan.
Ooh. I thought you were going to pair. I thought you were going to help your GOAT Jr. The only way that he got his rings was because of the big man.
Don't do that. Don't do that because he got 2 without big men. Big men.
Big men. If you got Paul Gasol, I mean, do you watch basketball?
Do you count him as a big man?
Yes.
Big enough.
Are you serious? Come on, man.
Should have been the MVP in both of those series.
Come on.
All right,
Brian.
I'm going. I'm going. I think is this the first white player off the board?
Take him, Chris. Take him.
I'm going Bird, and then I'm swinging back around with the big Shaq Diesel.
Diesel and Bird.
Okay.
Larry Legend.
Okay.
French Lick, Indiana, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I was born in a small town.
That mine? Yeah. Let me mute that.
All right. My go?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to see your Shaq, and I'm going to raise you a way better center in Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ooh.
I
was thinking about Hakeem. I think those two.
My front line is serious. You don't want none of that dream shake. None of it.
So hold on, I'm writing mine.
Don't want none of my dream shake.
D Joey.
This is me, right?
Yeah, you're up.
They play extremely well together. And he's the greatest shooter who ever lived. Give me Steph.
You mother chucker.
Now what? Forget your pick.
You.
Forget you, Joe.
You just sniped me, fam.
Give me
Dude,
Steph.
with Steph Curry.
You sniped me.
Steph Curry.
Both of you guys wanted him.
I was looking at him. I was looking at him. I was looking at him.
Everyone was glancing.
I'm gonna take a look.
Everyone was taking a look.
I'm gonna take a peek.
Everyone was peeking. Oh yeah.
So with my pick, thinking about team cohesion
everyone's
here,
got a center right now.
I'm definitely going to need some floor spacing, which is why I think I'm going to have to go with Dirk.
Ooh, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
Another white guy.
Foreign player, maybe is the first foreign player off the board?
First foreign, yeah.
Well, Tim Duncan was born in the.
He's like Barbados or Bahamas or something like that, right?
Well, he's from the American Virgin Islands, man.
Oh, okay.
That's the U.S. Virgin Islands there, Joe.
Yeah, U.S., right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still Dirk.
Who'd you take, Paladin?
He took Dirk.
I'm trying to find him on my sheet. Dirk. Okay. Dirk.
He took Dolph.
Dirk Diggler. All right. He took Dirk Diggler. Okay, man. I'm at the back end, man, getting all these players. I'm gonna have so we talking about, let's see, floor spacers. Let me look at who I got now. I already got KD, got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, I can't go wrong with any of these picks I make.
Seems a little slow to me. It seems like a slow lineup to me.
A slow lineup? Jeez. Are we talking about players? Are we talking about in their prime, or we talking about just players? Because we talking about players in their prime. You saying that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is slow? Yeah, you can't be really a basketball fan. You just are you just watch, you just observe.
Here's my perspective.
KD is slow. Just bitter because you're not making the playoffs. Shut up. just mad because you just going right now. You in hate JB mode because I done told you the damn truth and you don't like that. That's what you at right now. So just you sit back there and you relax and eat that sandwich, okay? Eat that sandwich you done made for yourself. All right. So let's see who I'm gonna go with. All right. Man. All right. I think you know what? Since I got KD, I got Kareem. Maybe I'm gonna get I'm gonna go with one of the best point guards in NBA history.
Careful, JJ.
That's a lot of them. Hold up. Maybe not.
Careful.
You're unsure of yourself right now.
I am. Don't lie. I mean, you can't go wrong, but I want a decent team too. I don't want to look like crap on a cracker like you do in the fantasy basketball, league.
You just fear me. You fear what will happen if I do make it.
Fear somebody who is irrelevant.
All right. That's all right.
I fear that. Please explain that.
People,
you an educator, explain that to me. How do you fear irrelevance?
Hey, all people in some aspect fear God because they ain't never seen him.
Oh, okay. So I ain't never seen you.
You ain't seen me yet.
You ain't seen me.
You know what? I'll take you back to Grand Park days when you tried to guard me on the basketball court and I bullied your ass. So you just relax over there.
I do not recall that at all.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You know how something happened to you real bad, you put it in the back of your mind and forget about it?
Traumatic experience.
Yeah, that's what happened to your ass. It was traumatic. You got PTSD, bro.
I don't even recall that.
You got it. Hey, you don't recall it.
I am waiting on we're trying to find a 40 and up league. Do you know where one's at? Because let's join that joint. A 40 and up league.
I'm good. I'm not joining no league to get hurt. I pass. All right.
I've already had the Achilles injury. I'm ready.
I tell you what, man. I got back-to-back picks.
Yep.
And we doing if we doing modern NBA, some floor spacing, or we playing some D. I tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick some dudes. I tell you what, I already got KD. I got Kareem in the post, right? Go ahead and give me probably the second. I'll take the second greatest shooter of all time. I'll take baby Ray Allen.
Oh,
and I'll team him up with probably if not one of the best all-around point guards of all time. I'll take Joey's boy. I'll take CP3. How about that?
All right.
I go CP3, Ray Allen, Kevin Durant, and Kareem in the middle. And I got a power forward. I got plenty of power forward options, so I'm good.
Just waiting. I
got plenty of power forward options on the board. Plenty.
All right, Paladin.
This motherfucker here talk to me about some damn shit because nobody believe God because I ain't seen. Man, boy, please.
So,
you're young. You're still young, man.
Basketball is about momentum. And nothing builds momentum quite like having someone that can just jump out the gym. And there's somebody on this list that was the OG of jumping out the gym. And I'm just going to have to go with Dr. J.
Oh, I thought that.
Hey, the
okay.
doctor.
The old doctor.
Respect that.
He definitely the OG of the nasty dunk there.
I thought you were going to say Dominique Wilkins at first. You got me on that one.
Bringing it back a little. All right, Joey, you're
old. I'm going way back for that pick.
Joey's up.
Arguably quite possibly
all night.
The greatest scorer of the basketball, one of the greatest scorers of the basketball as far as setting up the other players on the team is the Big O just sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Big O.
Yes,
just
please hand me the Big O.
Big O. Go ahead, Big O.
The originator of the triple-double.
Triple-double king.
Mr. I can lead the league in scoring and lead the league in assists and lead the league in steals.
the reason we have free agency in the NBA. He is.
There you go.
Is Mike up?
Brian's up.
See, I totally respect
It's gonna be your first and last time on this show, man. Go ahead.
Going out with a bang.
You burning your bridges real quick, bro.
Coming in and going out with a bang.
Yeah, you really gonna go out with a bang tonight, bro.
One of the reasons why I love y'all and being on here is the historicity that y'all bring. The fact that you guys are all living in the past. JB talking about the past with the fantasy. I'm talking about the present. I'm gonna speak things into existence. And what is more present? What is more present than one of the best scorers in NBA history? And I'm going to do you just like he did that Laker player. Was that Tyrone Lue that he stepped over? It was Tyrone Lue. I'm taking AI. I'm taking AI.
Dude,
remember that step over? That's
this
right.
Dude got Kobe and AI in the same backcourt. Okay.
The answer.
Point guard and shooting guard.
The answer.
Let me see here.
Everyone's Bob Cousy.
Yeah.
That's took it way back. Give him some more of that historicity.
I'm gonna make what is it, Corey happy? I'm gonna take Karl Malone here.
Oh, the mailman. Don't deliver on Sundays.
Don't deliver on Sunday.
Hold on. So now we're getting into, we might be able to do 8 since we have less guys because
I'll pass. I'm doing 7. Y'all want to do 8? Do it. I got 7. I got 7 on it. That's all I got.
All right, hold on. So I'm not reaching yet there.
Yeah, think about it. See? Think, man. Analyze, Chris. Analyze.
Yeah. And I'm going to take.
Well, let's read.
KG Garnett.
Kevin Garnett. A lot of recency bias in our picks.
My go. All right. So I will have to admit that I'm a little torn between 2 players here. Trying to stay modern. I'm trying to stay a little modern for you guys. But despite where I want to go with this, I'm going to have to go a little bit with age. I'm going to go with the best small forward ever to play the game.
I already have him. What are you talking? You can't trade him for. I already have him.
You don't have him. The best small forward
He was my first
ever
pick. What do you,
to play the game. The best small forward ever to play the game. You can't pick LeBron as small forward. LeBron don't even have a position. Who the hell knows what LeBron is? He's point guard, shooting guard, rebound. He bench player. He's water boy. He's all that. We don't know what he is.
Someone already picked Larry Bird too.
Except for Prince.
Do you know who Brian reminds me of right here? He's like a CB on steroids right now.
A CB?
He's like CB on steroids, Joey.
That's his cousin.
On steroids, though?
Yes, you really going crazy out here, man.
The best small forward ever to play the game, I pick Digits himself.
Oh, wow.
The real Air Jordan logo, Scottie Pippen. Just joking. He's not the real Air Jordan logo. Just joking. But I do pick Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Scottie the hater himself.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Future.
That's what he does.
Shout out to Future. Bagging wives.
Uh-huh. That's what he does. Who's up?
You're up.
Paladin's up.
No, Joey's up.
Joey's up? Okay. I don't know where I don't even know who's up. I'm just looking at the sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joey got 4 picks so far.
The logo is still sitting on the board.
Yeah,
But
it's still
didn't pick him then and keep it moving.
Thank you.
Jerry West.
the old logo.
Joey picked Jerry West.
So for my pick, I think I need to go with a little bit more floor spacing. I got Dirk on the mid-range, but I need somebody that can bomb it. So I'm going to go with Reggie Miller. You can't beat scoring, what was it, 9 points? Or was it 11 points in 9 seconds? Or 9 points in 11 seconds? I can't remember what it was.
Let's move on.
All right, so
Joe, I can't remember what was it. What was it though? How many points was it in how many seconds?
It was a lot. It was a lot in little time. Okay, so I'm going to go with probably the big man that had the best post moves in the history of basketball. I'm going with Kevin McHale at my power forward. Then I'm gonna turn around since I already got I got Chris Paul at the point. I got Baby Ray at the shooting, Durant at the 3. I got McHale at the 4 and the greatest scorer all time at the 5. I'm gonna go with the most recent dominant player in the NBA. I'm going with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There you go.
On my bench.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Okay.
So looking at my team, I got plenty of offense.
What's your face, Joey?
So looking at my team, I got plenty of offense. But if I'm going up against y'all's teams, I need somebody that can lock it down on defense and do it in multiple positions. So I think I might have to go with the Claw, Kawhi Leonard.
I wrote him down for me, so.
The Claw. I read your mind on that one, Paladin. As your pick,
Great
Joey.
minds think alike, JB.
Yep. Joey. Willis Reed. Walt Frazier.
Man, there's still some guys out there.
There are some.
Carmelo Anthony.
Elgin Baylor.
Ewan. All these great Knicks, and you're not even touching them.
Not touching them. Not touching them yet. Because as Chris just mentioned, possibly the best player of his generation to never win an NBA championship because of the great Celtics teams is sitting there. Give me Elgin Baylor.
Elgin Baylor. Yeah, Elgin Baylor.
Over Barkley?
Over
Barkley. You got Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, got the geriatrics team over there.
I do. Yes, I do.
All right, Brian.
At the end of the day, when we read off the lineups, y'all gonna be like, damn. The same way that my fantasy team is like that, and why we are going to make it. Y'all watch and see. It's the same reason why this team will be like that too. With this next pick, I'm just go ahead and just bust y'all with the scoring and go ahead and get James Harden.
Dang it, I was actually thinking about it.
You know, busting the night, I know that. Blown the hell
The
up.
thing about James Harden is he don't play no defense.
I don't need. Have you seen my lineup? Don't worry, I will read it to you in a few minutes.
No, you won't. You'll be on mute, so don't worry about that. You ain't reading SHIT on here.
The most muted player.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, right. I'm gonna Putin your ass off this damn Zoom. There you go. Since I'm Putin. I'm gonna Putin your ass off this Zoom if I'm gonna do tonight. All right, whose pick is up?
I'm up. Hold on. Dang it. I've got one of my biggest debates ever on point guard, Isaiah or John Stockton.
Better be careful, Chris. You better be careful.
Oh, you know I hate on Isaiah.
It's
Or
hard
Jordan.
when you hate on someone that.
Can I actually team up Isaiah and Jordan on the? You know, my locker room is going to be horrible.
Only one.
And you know that Isaiah had to freeze Jordan out.
Yeah, I cannot have those two in my backcourt.
And Isaiah's gonna be like, I busted.
And I've got Malone.
Nice.
Give me John Stockton. Ooh. I got Malone also. Oh, come on.
Was a mistake.
And I don't need scoring. I got Jordan on there. I got Jordan and Shaq and Bird.
You know,
I don't need scoring.
Stockton try to pull up Isaiah's shorts, they fall right off.
All right, so it's my last pick. Oh man, I just want a guy. I just want best
player available.
Old Moses Malone still out there. David Robinson, Barkley.
Ooh.
There's some talent still
out. Wes Unseld,
the greatest
Wade,
outlet
Bill Walton,
NBA history.
You got the walking triple-double, Russell Westbrook / Brick.
All right, we already know you shouldn't get that guy. If we were on prime time right now,
glove. You got the glove still sitting there. You got your boy and AD out. AD still on the board. That's your boy.
Yeah, I know.
So there.
Give me, let me see. I want someone who can do a little bit.
Mark Frazier, Patrick Ewing.
Give me Barkley.
The mound round rebound.
Terrible.
I guess Jordan is never coming off the court for me.
I was going to pick
Jordan
Barkley.
and Stockton are never coming off the court.
Yeah, Barkley, Karl Malone, Jordan.
Yeah, KG. I got a ton of bigs that I just rotate those guys around.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Jordan,
look,
you're not coming off the court.
Look, I am bringing him in for a hug, and I'm grabbing his butt just like Jordan did.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Rodman.
Mm-hmm. That's a good pick.
Rodman? Jesus.
Rodman.
You can do that pick.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
You can take Rodman.
I'm about to read off this lineup. Y'all be like, damn.
I got told you won't, because I'm getting off this Zoom. As soon as I make my last pick, this Zoom and this show is done. We're gonna go right to Joey's hot take. You can talk about your lineup next week at home.
All right, Joey.
And that's facts, just so you know, because it's getting late.
He ain't joking.
Joey.
No way.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm leaving him there. He will bust anybody's behind. He's not afraid of anybody. Give me Zeke.
Zia Thomas. You can have him too. Take him.
Ain't no way I'm leaving Zeke out there.
You got like
let's go take
guards, Joey.
I'm gonna take your boys. Walt Frazier. You got Earl the Pearl.
Zeke.
Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl bring a championship to New York.
They did.
Joey doesn't learn any. He has no Knicks.
Ain't that something? No Knicks. didn't even pick his boy Patrick.
No way.
All right, Paladin, your last pick.
All right. So one of the things I love about history is that you learn so much just by looking at statistics. And there's one person on this board that was able to average more than 30 points a game in the NBA before the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Averaged more than 40 points a game in college.
With this
and also grew up in my backyard of Raleigh, North Carolina, went to Broughton High School, Pistol Pete.
I totally respect that pick. I love Pistol Pete.
Floppy socks.
Zeke could get him work.
Love Pistol Pete.
He's always he does that's his move. That's the one highlight you always see of him. Remember that movie? His movie was sweet.
Yeah, it was.
Alan's like, movie. Oh, I know where that's at. Oh, watch it. It's like when he's a kid. Oh, you should watch it. It's good. The kids will like it too, Brian. You should check it out.
Okay. What's it called?
The pistol.
Might just be like the pistol or something.
Okay.
I mean, it's dated now, but I was sweet though.
Yeah.
All right, JB.
All right, since I'm gonna this pick is gonna be like a trying to think a pick that's based on the moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is time to get off this Zoom. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. It's Dame time. We talking about spacing the floor. We talking about shooting. Y'all talking about scoring. You seen my team, bro? You seen my team?
I've not seen your team.
Yeah,
I've not seen your
guess
team.
what? You gotta wait till next week because we ain't talking about it tonight. All right. Hey, that is our top 7 picks, our teams. We're gonna bring them out next week. Let y'all comment on them. I'm gonna put them on the YouTube and on my Twitter and let people rate them.
Yeah,
and
you
see
need
what
to vote.
they say. I put it on the CJ Square Twitter. Brian, do not go in there and vote for yourself. Because I know you following that Twitter. You're one of the first guys that was on there. I got my eyes on you, bro. I know what you about.
There you go. Hawkins team got one vote.
So I'm gonna draw this up real nice, send it out to y'all probably this weekend sometime, and I'm gonna post it on the YouTube, post it on the Twitter, so I get some vote going on, and we'll come back and talk about it next week. If y'all want to come back on next week and talk about it, that'll be great.
Are you gonna mute me though? Are you gonna mute me?
Yes, if you start going on one of your
because I will be in the playoffs next year.
If you start going on one of your
week.
rants like now, I will mute you. If you try to talk over me, yes, you will get muted immediately. There you go. So now you know the rules. That's how it works, right? Okay. You have a show, you have me on, you can mute me. All right. But like what the guys say, this is my shit. All right.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
There you go. All right. So, Joey, it's getting late. Hit us with your hot take for episode 43.
Take us out. Make us some money for this tomorrow.
Get your writing utensil. Get your paper ready. It's stacking time.
It's stacking time.
Come on, baby. It's stacking time. Let's go 5-leg parlay.
Oh,
5-leg parlay.
We're ready. Utensil in hand.
Let's go.
Get ready to stack.
Tournaments, conference tournaments. First one, Indiana, Illini. Give me the Illini minus the 3.5.
All right.
All right,
for tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning. Excuse me. That's 11:30.
Okay.
That's 11.
I'm gonna do my parlay first thing in the morning.
That's 11:30. Let's go to the AAC.
AAC.
Let's go. You're not gonna like this, but hey, trust me. Cincinnati and Houston. Give me Houston minus the 12.
Man, Joey loves big favorites.
I love them.
He loves big favorites.
I love them. Let's go to the A10. Some good basketball is being played in Ohio, led by the former VCU head, Anthony Grant. Let's go the Dayton Flyers. Give me the minus 9.5.
What are they playing against?
They are playing UMass, and last time I checked.
Blue Road is not coming through that door.
I don't see Edgar Padilla walking through that door.
No.
What about Marcus Camby?
No Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby ain't coming through that door unless they got bags of money that is going to be in his pocket.
They're just walking through.
He ain't walking through there. Okay. Let's go the money line. Let's go to the Big Ten tournament. Michigan State, Sparty playing against Wisconsin. Give me Wisconsin on the money line.
Okay.
And lastly, this is for you, Paladin.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Miami at Duke. Give me Duke, the money line.
Paladin don't want to hear it, especially after what was the Carolina? And I didn't know I was watching that. What was the score of the Carolina game.
Oh, it was 94 to 81.
94-81.
94 to 81.
That was what we call a B team. All right. So
by the way, this is plus 1372.
oh, make that money. Plus 1372 on
Brian,
FanDuel,
you
right?
put $1. You put $1 on that. You're making big money. Put 10 on. Oh, geez.
Yeah, $1 was 100 something.
It would be 17. What is it? What was it?
$1.50, you're gonna get $22.
So
Okay.
Brian, you put $100. Throw $100. Trust Joey, and
$100.
You get paid, and you get
put
you'll get paid.
$100. You'll have a real good weekend.
Yeah, I probably put
Hey,
about
look.
5 or 10 on it.
I don't get that, Joe. I'm coming for you, bro.
Hey, all hot takes, all parlays are not our problem.
Bet at your own risk.
You push the button, not us. All right. So
You
don't
make
blame
me.
us, blame yourself.
Make
Hey,
me.
everybody, that's episode 43. Hawkins, Brian, thanks for coming in. I love your background, what you got going on behind you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Paladin, I know you got your big board on the background, but it's all good. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the rest of the fantasy season. Paladin, Brian, you know your season's over.
We'll see about that.
It's
We'll
your
see about
season.
that.
Of
Hey,
championship.
you be on next week. We can talk about it because next
We
week
will talk about it. We sure
Okay.
will.
So if you come on next week and you're out of the playoffs, you must admit that I was correct.
Hey, I will admit defeat if that is it. But until then,
So
do
get
not
your
underestimate the heart of a champion.
get your groveling
What do you
ready because you're gonna have to admit it, brother. I'm telling you.
By the
But
way, real quick, JB.
yes, sir.
Congrats to Brian for having another comic book put out in the stores. Another one.
Oh,
Yeah, that is impressive, Brian.
hey,
appreciate
I
it.
give you
Thank you,
give you your flowers, man. There you go.
Catch him. He's just like,
I'm giving them to you, brother. Take them. You know, I
Appreciate
got Hawk, I got nothing but love for you, bro. You know that.
I got nothing
Nothing
love for you
but-
too, brother.
Nothing but love for you, Hawk.
Same,
So
brother.
that's episode 43. Check us out next week on CJ Squared. Like I said, Paladin, Brian, thanks for joining us, Joey and Chris. I'll holler at y'all this weekend. Deuces and pieces to everybody.
all right.